Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're hopping back into our game with late age Lemuria. It is turn 28, or summer, in the third year. Or we'll say summer in the second year, but because of how Dominions does it, it's really the third. So, we have a message from Midgard. Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead. I didn't do diplomacy in my last turn, so we'll go ahead and look at 27. So I sent a message. Oh, that must have been a turn ago. Okay, well, let me go back a couple turns, because we're going to do diplomacy really quick, because it's a very important part of the game. So the message I sent to Midgard, this is turn 26, says, I'm going to fire whoever's in charge of Shadow Blast targeting AI. I'm trying to find more allies. And anyway, so Midgard is replying to that this turn. I think it's turn 28, actually. Yeah. So Midgard replies to my message about Shadow Blasting AI by saying that it normally targets the highest HP density. So it's actually doing very well, and that's by targeting his skin shifters, who have way more HP. So he's basically jesting with me that it's a user error, not an AI targeting error. And so he sends me a message saying, I wonder how you feel about your strategy so far. Those Shadow Blasts aren't going to do a lot of damage to my units, and you're using a lot of death gems in those fights. Death gems, you need to summon more better units. It seems that the heroic quickness Wraith Lord is the only one doing some damage to me. It might be better if you'd have focused on consoles with a Thug Bless. The penetration will come in handy when you reach Winds of Death, but I'm unsure whether the reanimation bless was worth it. Yeah. Well, you see, my bless is actually incidental, aside from maybe the recuperation, but the real reason I got the paths was to have them on my pretender. Yeah, the death, especially the death. The reanimation is because I want to be able to drop really big Wind of Death. And then other spells, other death spells I can cast on the cheap. So I send him a message back, and I say, Midgardians fetch a high bounty in the courts of Lemuria. Certainly worth spending a few death gems. Trying to out-thug a magic-bladed Midgard seems like a horrible idea, though perhaps I will try it to add some diversity. And then, yeah, you were right about targeting AI. I expected more from my ghosts. We have a message. Let's read the rest of our messages here. So I have a message from Ryla. So he intends to help with Midgard. That's awesome. Agartha just attacked him this turn. It may have been a mistake. He needs to figure that out first. That's awesome. Okay, we get a Grand Lemur. We found 2 magic sites. The Council of Sages. This is a huge magic site. This is one of the best magic sites in the game. And I got it randomly. Awesome. And I get a Burial Mound. Also very good. Death 1. We're going to look at that in a second. I have found 3 more magic sites. An Enchanted Tomb, which is a Death 1. A Burial Mound, which is a Death 1. And then a Gem Deposits, which gives 75 gold. Very, very good turn for magic sites. Like, I don't even care how these battles go. This is awesome. This makes us a great turn. So the Council of Sages, you get an Astral Pearl, which I don't have enough Pearl income, and I should have a lot because I'm a pretty good Astral Nation. Air, which is nice. Earth, which is nice. And Water, which is nice. But most importantly, you get the Lore Master, who has phenomenal research, 26. It'll be even more in my magic scales. And then he gets a random. One of any path in the game. Or he gets 3 randoms of any path in the game. So you can get up to 3, though it's very unlikely in one path. You'll get a fair amount of 2s in one path. And then you have a good chance of getting a lot of cross paths. And because they're good researchers, the ones who have shitty paths, you can just have sit in the lab and research, while the ones who have good paths, you can have them fill in gaps for your, do things that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do as a nation. For Lemuria, this is particularly awesome because I have very, very bad magic path diversity, and I fixed a tiny, tiny weensy bit of that with my Pretender, but not really. So this is going to do a huge amount of good in terms of defending or protecting myself in the late game, as it will open up a lot of things which I normally would not have as Lemuria, and you probably will not have when you're Lemuria. So, my profit, I think, is also... Oh, it doesn't say that, but I can profitize again. What I want is... Ideally, I had an Astral 3 that I would profitize, because that way I could teleport them around, which would be nice. But I'm going to profitize this guy, which I should have picked a different one because he's harm marked. I guess when I was saying, who got harm marked, it must have been this guy. But harm mark isn't really that big of a deal. So, when he's Holy 4, he can do the battlefield-wide Unholy Power, which will be quite nice in some of my bigger fights. And yeah. So that is that. Let's check out these battles. So Midgard is attacking me. I have 1 PD. They got killed. And this is me attacking him. And he has 1 PD, and it got killed. And yeah, the minion went down. And then it looks like Barb's raided him here, which is quite nice. So they probably killed some of his units too. He probably had some kind of elite dudes here, but maybe not. He went to reinforce this after my attack. I think it looks like there's more dudes than there were last turn. But so far we're doing what we intended. We aren't doing it very efficiently, like we're taking heavy attrition. But we're doing it pretty efficiently. I'm going to be sending this guy in to raid again. I'm just going to keep up the raid pressure so that he has to keep some troops on every border province. And then randomly I will move a huge army in to kill whoever he has defending it. So that combo is very, very hard to defend against. And it will end up, I think, given enough time, taking a toll on him. But I'm really... The other thing, too, when I'm looking at my troops, every troop I spend now, like every troop that dies is a troop that dies with only Evocation 6, which will trade for far fewer Midgardians than it will once I reach Evocation 7. So I'm really trying to... I do want to be a little cautious about how many troops I lose, especially with Evocation 7 coming up. So that's it for this turn, which was turn 27, I think. So we're on to turn 28. Oh, nope, that was turn 28. So we are on to turn 29. Turn 29, a message from Midgard. So, are we done yet? This war seems to not be getting us anywhere. That NAP 3 offer still stands. Also, perhaps I can help you with Calum. Seems to me you will never have a realistic chance of winning the game with Calum still present. Could be. Calum is a hard counter to me. Why am I not sending him a message back? I normally would. I think I messaged him in Steam, so I'll go ahead and tell you what I talked about. Basically what I said is, I will take your offer if you give me my 3 provinces back. And while you're right, this doesn't necessarily profit us, it doesn't hurt me that much, and it's going to prevent you from winning. What I didn't say is that I am actually just biding my time until I get Evocation 7, and then these trades will almost definitely be in my favor. So, yeah. While he's right, it's an unprofitable war, and generally you do want to get out of unprofitable wars. The only way I'm going to accept it is if I get my provinces back. Some of it, too, you play in games with the same people over and over again, and it's... I don't know. I kind of like... I mean, on one hand, I'll be rational, and I will leave a war when it makes sense. So, like, if he talked somebody else into attacking me, I would accept his nap. But he's going to have a hard time doing that because somebody else knows that if they attack me, I'll peace with him and then attack them, which they don't want. There's nothing that any of my neighbors would want more than for me to just endlessly throw my troops against Midgard, hurting him. So that's never going to happen. But if it did, then I would accept his nap. But it won't, so I'm not going to. Because this is going to hurt him more than it hurts me. Like, oh, we could gang up on Calum. Yeah, right. Calum's going to help me attack him. I'm going to be weak versus him the whole game, the same way I'd be kind of weak versus Calum. And Calum's a much smaller nation. He's maybe half the size of Midgard. And, like, he could quote-unquote help. What would really happen is he would take most of Calum's shit. And I'm not in a position to fight Midgard, so if he took most of Calum's shit, how am I going to take it from Midgard? Yeah, that's a horrible idea. Okay, so he also seems to have raided me here. Underwater. Let's see how the hell he did that. So he has a van with pills of water breathing, which allow him to get 10 human-sized soldiers or 5 cavalry-sized troops underwater. And they will kill my PD pretty efficiently. But if he continues to raid, we will move a bunch of dudes here, and then these guys will run up and take this. Yeah. We're going to continue site searching. We're moving our dudes around. We're also moving this gentleman here who can Shadow Blast in here to kill the vans. Hopefully that will work. I think I'm casting Grand Lemur again. Let's see from where. Yeah, here he's casting Grand Lemur. We site searched here. We have a wood hinge. I don't know if that was there before. But anyway, we're moving here to site search. I'm trying to get some site searching in before I do another big battle. And he will be having all his stuff sit around on my border until then. Oh, I attacked here. I guess we didn't watch battles yet. So he has a lot of vans. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill these guys. We'll see. Yeah, did not work. So that's unfortunate. Did I kill anybody? I killed one van, so not totally worthless, but not really the kind of trade I want to make all the time. Okay, that was... we watched those battles. For unexpected events... okay, so there's a deathmatch scheduled, so that will be fun. We'll get to see that next turn in this episode. I got a bunch of gold, I got some earth gems, and then I got a tinted... this is a story event. A tentacled monster has nested in the area and is feeding on travelers. Locals demand that something be done. A patrolling force may be able to locate its whereabouts. So this is a very common event. If you play Dominions a fair amount, you'll see this event in your games. How this works is you can either send a water mage who can charm the Kraken, or you can send units to patrol. Once you patrol, a lot of times there will be a battle. And I think often after there is a battle, you will find a sunken ship, which will give you 1 death gem. So it's something I do want to take advantage of. Yeah. Though the troops I'm sending here will not be doing that right away. We will be taking this back from Midgard. But this is a... it's kind of a bad event, but it's really a good event. So we will be happy to take advantage of that. Otherwise, we're not really attacking him. You can see I have no attack orders other than getting this lake back. He's going to be kind of taking this stuff back up here and moving his troops around and thinking that I'm going to be raiding him, so he's going to be putting his anti-raiders up. And I'm just going to kind of hang tight. This guy I put in the deathmatch, but I think I also have a consul which went in the deathmatch. I double scheduled. So I probably should have set him to research. Whoops. And that's the end of this turn. We're going to go ahead and hop into the next turn, which I think is turn 29. And let's see if we have a deathmatch. Oh wait. We're on turn 30 already. I am so bad remembering these turns. Okay. So there's some... we'll do the deathmatch first. Okay, so this is my console. We're going up against a commander. I think we know how this is going to go. I kind of wish I sent my Death Knight in. That would have been more funny. But alas, I did my console. Okay, and here is Ryla. I don't know. Oh, he's feeble-minded, so he's just trying to kill him, which is kind of funny. Probably got feeble-minded from the Void Gate. You can get feeble-minded in there, or he could have been mind hunting. Not sure. Okay, this is me fighting the Utgardian Pretender. I'm not Pretender. Dude, so he sends in a bunch of imps, which might work. But they get scared and they run away. Meanwhile, I think he is all fatigued out now. Oh no, I guess he cast 3 Invigoration. And my dude's way better at fighting than him, because I have Body Ethereal. I think we'll kill him before he gets off. No, don't think so. No, we did. We got him before he got off the battlefield. Nice. And then finally we have a battle with Man. So it seems that Man has sent their Pretender in. And I think Man has gone AI, actually. But, okay, that's not a bad script. Liquid Body Quickness. But she's going to come in and hit me with her fist. So I hope this is not the work of a human player. Though, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the AI. Morale is pretty high. If she casts Personal Regeneration, she might have won, because I'm not doing much damage. Though she's cursed, so she will rack up afflictions. Yeah. Kind of a long battle. I'm skipping forward. Okay, we finally kill her. So that was nice. I got some of her gear. I got, and then I got Boots of the Spider, and then a water-breathing amulet. So very nice. We'll go through the battles real quick. So Caleb is attacking Man. Just a few PD, so he's going to win that. Man is attacking Utgard, and I think this is AI Man. So okay, Man's going to take that PD back. And then we can see Midgard moving in to gobble up some of Man's land. I think Man has a fortress here. Where did that come from? Blade Winds? Huh. Okay. There we go. And we have a message from Man. You killed our god. This war will not end until Lemuria has been annihilated. And yeah, so that's how you know that Man is controlled by AI for sure. So we got the golden sandals as a surprise. So we got Boots of the Spider. We got a bunch of stuff. We got this. We got this. I think that's it. And then this is what we won as a surprise. As a prize, which gives defense skill +5, luck, and quickness, and then map move +6. So this guy now has 30 defense, which is really, really high, especially when combined with Ethereal. And then he also got a heroic trait from from winning. Extraordinary agility, which gives him increased attack and defense. Quite nice. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little thug raiding party here. And basically these guys are going to be scripted to hang out at the back, let shit run to them, and cast Apostasy. So if he has just a bunch of ants here, this should work. But we're really softening him up for what I think will be a big attack the next turn. So I think that's about it for the events. Did I go through all of them? Earth Gems, there was an assassination attempt. They killed one of my mages of the autumn. That's kind of annoying. He was site searching, so I guess we didn't see what was there. Okay. So we're going to be taking this province back. We are going to be doing a little raid here, hoping we catch only Vans and not spellcasters. And I'm thinking there might be only Vans here, because I know he's defending this province, but I don't see any other troops. Like, I don't see Volas or anything like that, or Galdermen or Einhairs. So I'm hoping that there's only Vans here, and I can just take it. We're site searching here with Octavia. There's no temples labs down here. So before I sent her out site searching, I gave her some death gems, so that the turn I'm ready to pull her into combat, I can do that immediately. And I think that is it for this turn and for this episode. So next turn, next episode we'll probably go back on the offensive with Vanheim again. We're still kind of stalling until we get Evocation 6, which, if we look at it, we are 275 into that. We are like 5 turns away from, probably. So we're getting there. But we're kind of stalling, but we're going to raid here with a kind of harder raiding party, and then depending what we find, we may send a big army in there or a big army in here. And the reason is we have a lot of troops who are here guarding this, and I don't need them all because my palisades just finished. So we're going to be upgrading this to a fortress. I've got all these things templed. If we look at my temple situation here too real quick, I've got Dominion Strength 9 and I've got 11 temples. So once I get up to 15 temples, I will go up and get my last death gem per month and get up to 10 death gems per month and 10 Dominion Strength, but I don't have enough land to do that yet, so we're going to have to hang tight there. And I think that's it for this turn in this episode. Thank you all for watching, and tune in for the next one.